Now this spreadsheet is based upon the old Hihger admin, and it comes from a complex formula from the old Hihger admin pack if you have that document. And this looks at an example of a spreadsheet through the context of going on a holiday. And the example we have here is you have to key in this spreadsheet and it tells you some key information. So keyed this in, I've already done that before just to save some time. And it tells us some information. So important things to think of: first of all, using information, complete the following spreadsheet for J Smith and the Bali Youth Club. So Jack Smith is travelling with 2 friends to Cyprus, so 3 of them going in total for 7 nights. The youth club, 8 members, travel to Cuba for 4 nights. The travel shop offers a 5% discount on holidays under £1,500 and a 10% for those over £1,500. If the net cost of the holiday is less than £1,250, there is no deposit, otherwise there's £200. So it sounds quite complex, but all it's asking you to do generally is a basic if statement. It's more sounding more complex, just in terms of the terminology of who's going on holiday and what's happening. So first things first, we've got the first guy and his 2 friends going to Cyprus. So let's see, we've got Cyprus. Now the cost of the flight to Cyprus is £125. It's in B4 and there's 3 of them, so just simply multiply that by 3. Gives you the cost of 3 people flying to Cyprus. Next, transfers. Again, 3 of them getting a transfer to and from the airport. Just realised that I didn't actually have the right information for the first one there. So first of all, Cyprus. 3 people flying to Cyprus equals 3 times the cost for the Cyprus, which is £169. So then we've got 3 people getting a transfer, so 3 people getting a bus or taxi to and from the airport back to their hotel. So that would be 3 times the cost of the transfer from Cyprus, which is £23, which is in cell C6. And next we've got our hotel. So the hotel is a 2-part equation. First of all, you've got the cost of 7 nights. So how much does it cost you to stay in this hotel for 7 nights? So let's see, that is T6. Let's close our brackets. That gives you the cost for 1 person staying for a week, but we need the cost of 3. So we multiply that by 3, giving us the cost of staying in the hotel for a week for 3 people. Now the next part, we've added up so we've worked out our 3 costs: our flight, our transfer and our hotel. The next thing to do is to add these 3 up. So really simply sum up the flight, the transfer and the hotel cost. So we have the total cost of our holiday so far being £1,164. Now the next part of the spreadsheet, all about the discount. The travel shop offer a 5% discount on holidays under £1,500 and 10% for those over £1,500. So that is, right away you should be thinking, okay, I've got 2 variables. That is an if statement. Now it's quite a simple if statement. Again, it might sound a bit complex, but you've got to look ahead and think about what I've got to do. Now discount, here all I've got to do is work out the percentage of the discount, not the actual cost of it. So first of all, make sure your cells are formatted for percentages and no decimal places. If statements, then okay. So if B15 is greater than 1,500, they're getting a 10% discount, and if it's less, they get a 5% discount. So if B15, that is the cell that contains our total cost. If that's greater than £1,500, they get 10%. If not, they get 5%. So I've worked out here that they get 5% off. The next part, we find the 5% and we take away whatever that 5% actually is. So in this case, it's a normal, pretty standard percentage reduction. So it'd be equals B15 take away brackets B15 times B16, which is your 5%. So B15 take away whatever 5% of B15 is. And it gives us a net cost of £1,500. Sorry, not 15, £1,105. Next, we're looking at working out if the net cost of the holiday is less than £1,250, there's no deposit, otherwise the deposit will be £200. So another relatively straightforward if statement. So if the sale we want to examine in particular is B17, that is the net cost of the holiday, and we're asked to work out, is the net cost of the holiday more than £1,250? So if that's more than £1,250, deposit is 200. If not, the deposit will be nil. Now, it says nil as in there being no cost. I would say in the instance of using formula, I would put in 0, like so. That way you can still use the figure in an equation even though there's no need to actually take anything away. And lastly, the balance, the final cost of your holiday, is quite simply your net cost take away any deposit. In this instance you don't actually have any deposit, so it's quite clear it's going to be the same as in B17. And there we have it. Now the next part of the spreadsheet, second part, the youth group, they are going a bit further away. There's 8 of them going to Cuba for 4 nights. So if you remember, flight. So we've got 8 people flying to Cuba. Oh, missed an equals out. I don't know why that wasn't working. We've got 8 people flying all the way to Cuba. Then again, we've got 8 transfers. Now, there's no cost for transfers. You can't just put in 0. You've still got to show that you've used some sort of formula. Now the hotel. Hotel costs £45 per night. Now we have got 4 people. Just double check it's 4 people. We have got 4 people going to the hotel. So the cost for 4 people for 1 night. Four times the cost of £45. Let's close our bracket, and that's multiplied by 8 people. Double check it that properly. 8 members for 4 nights. So let's make this clear. We've got the cost of 8 people staying in the hotel for 1 night. Using that, then we'll multiply that by 4 to give us the cost of 8 people for 4 nights. And then we sum our holiday, like so. Gives us an overall cost of £5,088. Next, again, just to recap our if statements, if it's more than £1,500, it's a 10% discount. If not, it's £5. So 5%. We can see quite clearly that it will be a 10% discount. Nevertheless, we still have to do the formula. So if statement, if our total cost sale is greater than 1500, you get a 10% discount. If it's false, you get a 5% discount. Now again, just to quickly make sure you've formatted your cells for percentages and no decimal places. Net cost, again, we're working out what 10% is and then taking 10% away. Excuse me, my keyboard is, the computer's actually sticking out a little bit and it's taking its time to do what I'm asking it. So it is a total cost, take away brackets E15 multiplied by E16. So as before, finding your 10% and then taking your 10% away. And go. Now the next part, deposit. Refresh your memory about what our deposit criteria is. Our deposit criteria is if the net cost of the holiday is less than £250, there is no deposit. So if the net cost of the holiday is less than £1,250, there's no deposit, otherwise the deposit is £200. Now you can clearly see they're going to have a deposit, nevertheless we have to run some formula. So if, so here, which is our total cost, E17, greater than 1,250, we have 200, otherwise it is 0. Like so. And lastly, working out our balance, which is your net cost, take away your deposit. So that is E17, take away E20. Which gives us our balance of 4, 3, 7, 9 and 20p. Let's just format that cell for currency and be consistent. And again, I would suggest we format this one and be consistent. As well, consistency is generally key. And just to see the long-winded versions of the formula, as you can see, to type out an if statement is quite complex. It's definitely much more straightforward to use the formula builder of the FX button. Now the second part of this task gets into conditional formatting. It asks us to specify the format of cells, so if the customer gets a 5% discount, the discount figure is red, and if it's 10, the figure is blue. Now of course you have to complete each holiday separately, so discount, conditional formatting, new rule, format cells that only contain. Now if cell value is, let's see, equal to 5%, you go to format, and I want that to be red. And this is the font specifically, and if you wanted to maybe fill the box as well, you can go to colour fill, you can choose colour, if you wanted to be slightly fancy, there's no need to, it just shows you what else you can do really. Make it red and then push OK. Now let's add a second note to that one to give you the idea of how we do things. New rule, format cells only contain cell value equal to 10% and format, and see we make it blue, like so. And change the formatting of the fill effect we have here, just to match it should be red.